Hello everybody, Dokkan here. Welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Today, we're gonna continue on with the new Dragon Ball Heroes units that released earlier today. We're gonna continue on with the showcases. Let's go ahead and jump in to our boy, Dark King DEMIGRA, Power of Time Unleashed. We're gonna be testing him out here. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't give him a 200% leader skill. So basically, we only had Goku as the previous video that you guys saw. As the only 200% leader for this celebration here. So let's go ahead and talk about him. So he is leading Demonic Power, category key +3, all stats 130. Chaotic Gigantes is his super attack. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy. And of course he does raise extreme class allies' defense +30% for 1 turn, which is pretty good stuff, right? Not only he's doing some good attack raise there on his super attack, so it's a greatly raise in attack, right? So it's just 50% raise in attack. I think I mentioned defense earlier, so I'm sorry if I did. But he's also providing defense raises for the allies, of course extreme class allies, right? So we got his passive skill here. Oh boy. True Power of the Dark Factor. So he gets key +2, attack and defense +240%. He gets an additional attack and defense +120% when performing a super. He gets a 50% chance to crit. So again, you guys know my philosophy, right? Not giving these characters any type of crit whenever they get this on their passive. So yeah. So they get 40%. He gets 40% damage reduction, plus an additional 20% damage reduction when there's another crossover or demonic power category ally attacking the same turn. Then he gets an additional 20% damage reduction before attacking when all allies attacking the same turn are extreme class category allies there. He gets an additional 40% attack with each attack received, up to 240%. So again, we do need to get him hit at least 6 times in order for him to build that up. He does get an additional attack and defense +120% as the first attacker in the turn. Or if you put him on slot 2 or 3, he is able to get an additional attack +60% for extreme class allies, and a chance of performing a critical hit +24%. So not too bad. You do have to make sure that basically the way that you construct this team is going to be filled with extreme class allies here. So it's a little bit of a mix here depending on who you want to lead, right? Super Saiyan 3 Master Rosé is still pretty good as a leader, so you can be able to run him here as a 200%. But we're going to be showcasing him on Goku's team just to be on the safe side, because we're going into like these very tough events and we want to make sure that we actually do have a pretty good showing about these guys, right? So we're bringing more of an extreme rotation, or like an extreme class setup, right? I don't want to bring another character that I could bring in here is the Young Fu. But I don't want to bring him in here just yet because I want to do the showcase, right? I want to make sure that I get the showcases done. In addition to that, like Fu, unfortunately for me, I gotta give shout out to my boy Kensei, well, a goat. But unfortunately for me, the Fu is not rainbowed. So he does have Rainbow Star on his good old thumbnail. So I'm going to try to get him rainbow before the showcases, but if in any case, if he is non-rainbowed by the time I get to him, unfortunately it's gonna be to the point that I'm gonna have to, well guys, we're gonna do the showcase for Fu, but he's not rainbowed, but the thumbnail says it's rainbowed. But you know, it is what it is, right? You guys will enjoy it, right? Alrighty dighty, so we are facing up against our boy Gohan here. This Fu, I also realized that he does change his key spheres of a certain type to SDR, so that's another good option to bring alongside the Universe 3 Power Absorb Goku. So first and foremost, DEMIGRA, why are you showing me your armpit, bro? That's a nice little sprite, I guess. So let's go and see what our boy Dark King DEMIGRA has in store for us here. I guess I could do this, because we're not showcasing Goku this time around. We already did our showcases for Goku, so sorry, my bad. So let's do this right here. Again, he does need to get hit a few amount of times in order for us to build that up. But again, we do have another crossover category ally in the same turn, so we do have the 40%, the 20% damage reduction. Albeit we are missing just another 20% additional damage reduction because allies attacking the same turn are at this moment in time extreme class, so they're not super class at the moment. Well, there's one super class at the moment. It's just Goku. So we'll do that there. Let's see his start of turn defense here. 281k defense there. I'll put that as the lack of coffee, I guess. So let's see his links right here. We have everything active except for Revival and Master of Magic here. We do have those links available for like maybe the Dark King Mekikabura is one of those characters that shares pretty good links with this Dark King DEMIGRA. So that is a pretty good rotation to have set up there. So links like Revival at the moment we're not going to be able to have active here. So yeah. Let's see what our boy is capable of getting here. We're getting the one attack there. 13.6 million there. Do keep in mind that extreme class allies are getting that raise in defense there because of him just super attacking. Only one though. Man, that's a little bit sad. I kind of wanted to see that a little bit more, but yeah. This unit can be pretty versatile. You can be able to add him on slot 2. You can be able to provide him the attack and defense. Basically, once you attack, you get the defensive support. Once he is he on the second slot or the third slot, depending on where you run him, he is getting the support to extreme class allies. He's getting 60% attack, and he himself, I believe, he's getting the chance of performing a critical hit plus 24%. Which again, for people who are building these characters like full crit and things like that, do keep in mind that this character has the 50% chance to crit on his passive, and of course he does get an additional crit chance depending on what you put him on slot 2 or 3, right? In addition to that, he has demonic power, so he does have access to Slugs' team. You can be able to run him on Slugs' own team there, and with that, you have the opportunity to like do some I guess some good shenanigans with him. So if you do run him on Slug's team, which again he does fit in there pretty greatly on Slug's team because of demonic power, you can be able to just put him on as a floater, and he will work. My God, why can I not talk today? He can provide some pretty good support there on slot 3, right? Plus, the addition of him doing some pretty good damage there is also gonna serve his purpose really good there. So, all right, Goku, buddy, we did your showcase already. You're fine. You're looking good. We don't want you to go crazy here, right? So just let's let the boy do the showcase that he needs, and then we continue moving along, right? So. Let's see. Okay, not too shabby. Yeah, this is the turn that we kind of want to see, right? This Dark King Mekikabura on the same rotation as the Dark King DEMIGRA here. Let's see. So we're getting everything active except for Fierce Battle. Do we get Fierce Battle with him? Yes, we do. We actually get all of our links active. I have a slight feeling that Mekikabura will finish off the fight, so I kind of don't want to put this guy on slot 1 just yet, but this is a very good rotation. We have all of our links active. Also, that could be also very, very satisfying. You see Fuz's defense has 199,998. A little bit more defense, he could have been a bit more satisfying there. So we'll test him out on slot 1. The only thing that we lose is just on Fierce Battle, so we're just not losing a lot in terms of defense. We're just losing what, attack power? Yeah, we are. It's just attack plus 20%. Yeah, I mean, it's still very worthwhile to see that, but I don't want to see it just yet, right? I also want to point out that Fu does provide support, right? So we do need to collect a Rainbow Key Sphere or per STR or Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. And he does provide Key plus 1 up to Key plus 5 and attack and defense plus 4% up to 20%. So we do need to collect 5 of either STR or Rainbow Key Spheres in order for him to provide the support. So I'm just gonna... here's another thing though. I think Mekikabura is also hungry for orbs, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Ooh, let me do this. I mean, for 4 rainbow keys here is not bad. So it's 40% attack and defense. Well, 16% attack and defense, and then 4 crit. So, I mean, 4 key. My god. 6, what was it? 17.4? Okay, not bad. We do need to get hit, so. Yep, there you go. Double digits, so that's pretty good. Everybody on the rotation was extreme class, so we had that 80% damage reduction there. Nice to see that there. Plus, again, we had some pretty good support from the boy Dark King Fu, so not bad. I want to keep this rotation basically, so I want to keep all the Gokus together and like both Gokus together, and then we continue on having the little rotation of extreme class, just having the whole extreme class rotation set up for our boy Dark King DEMIGRA, so that way we don't have to like struggle up a little bit there. Yeah, links that our boy has is Brainiacs, Big Bad Bosses, Revival, Master of Magic, Godly Power, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. The only thing that we don't have alongside Dark King Mekikabura, what is the link? Is it Godly Power that we don't have? No, it's Fierce Battle. That is the one link that we don't have. Yeah, we did check that out earlier, right? So, yeah, I mean, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good so far. I don't know how many hits do we need at this point, though, in order for us to be fully built up now. So we'll have to... Basically, we'll have to keep going, right? So... let's keep moving it along here. Let's see... So again, pairing him up with like Lord Slug, that again Lord Slug is leading Big Bad Bosses. He is he's gotta be looking pretty good, right? Good old Lord Slug, having that team set up with Dark King DEMIGRA there, not too shabby. So, all right, so we got a pretty good rotation here as well. I'm gonna try to focus my attacks a little bit more on Goku rather than anybody else. So let's see here. We're at 287k. I don't remember if TOA provides support, so let me just check real quick. So if we do have 3 or more extreme class allies on the team, we're getting attack and defense plus 30%. We're also providing 2 key, attack and defense plus 20%. For all allies as well, when all allies are in the Dragon Ball Heroes or crossover category. So we have a pretty good setup here for support from this TOA, so not too bad. So Dark King DEMIGRA, he doesn't took a lot of key spheres, so I think we're just fine. We just need to continue getting hit, so that is one of the many things that we gotta do, right? So just continuously getting hit with our boy, and then we are fully built up. I don't know how many attacks are we missing. So maybe he just needs to get hit one more time, and we got that. But again, I want to make sure. I want to make sure how many times do we need to get hit in order for us to build that up. So let's see. Maybe this hit. Okay, no, just a dodge. That's another dodge right there. Let's go. 23.8. That's a pretty big attack stat there. Okay, not bad. Fire boy. Okay, so he is fully built up. So he came into the rotation fully built up there. Okay, not bad. Not bad, Fire boy. This is nothing. Yeah, let's go. Oh, this guy. No, he debuffs. No. And 24 million by Mekikabura here. He's only 90%, but of course the difference between 90% and 100% is not that much. So we're rocking pretty good on this rotation, and a lot of big support that this TOA is providing is pretty nifty, pretty nice. So not too bad. So let's just go in here and I guess just start doing damage to Gohan. I forgot to turn off the active seal, so I guess I can show them. It's a new video, right? All right, now this time I will skip this one, and we'll just play it around here. Actually, this will give me a good thing. Not a good thing. This gives me a chance to do something. I'll be right back. Rather have the OSTs up than the actual audio in game, right? So I just prefer to have that rather than anything else. So that way you guys are not able to hear the freaking background coming in. So, all right, let's continue pushing along here. I mean, I could have. Let me actually. I need to fix this rotation because I want to keep the Gokus together. God dang it. All right, now we're in a better setting, so we can keep the Gokus together. We'll float off Dark King Fu, but just so that we can have just the continuation of the extreme class allies just on the same rotation, right? So yeah, overall, Dark King DEMIGRA looks to be pretty strong, right? So let me. Is there anything else that we're missing, right? So again, he gets a 50% raise in attack. The more attacks we do, basically, he just provides defense for the allies, so that is pretty good. Once he supers, all the allies are getting the extra 30% defense, so not bad. If we do put him like on slot 2, we could be able to possibly test out how he gives the additional attack buffs for the allies. So it's a good combination. You could have him as a pretty good support, like a very defensive unit support there. But again, we do sort of we sort of lose the attack and defense if we do put him on slot 2, right? If we have him on slot 1, he is always going to get the attack and defense plus 120%, which is sort of like the optimal placement for him, right? Whereas if you put him on slot 2, you could be able to still get everything else, except you will lose a little bit of attack and defense. So again, since we're showcasing him, we're gonna just try to keep him on slot 1, right? So let me see what else. I mean, what else can we see? I do want to see if we can be able to take damage from Gohan, maybe a super attack or something like that. 250k defense is not bad. Again, his attack is fully built up, so I don't think we need anything else. So he does have his 80% damage reduction. It doesn't run out here, so 21.5. This is with no support on the rotation. Very, very good stuff. Only 1. Okay. Again, that gave 30% defense to extreme class allies. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, he's not taking a lot of damage here, so not too bad. I don't know if there's anything else that we can show here. For now, like he's looking pretty good. He's looking to be a solid defensive unit. So all I can say is like he looks pretty good. So we can continue to test things out. We can continue to see how well things go here. That is a lot of orbs we just changed there. So I'm sorry. Yum 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 yum. We'll collect all of these, and I don't think we gotta continue looking through this. We saw what we needed to see. Like, he looks pretty strong. He does need to get hit 6 times in order for him to build up his attack power, but it's kind of okay. Well, it's not kind of okay. It's like you're gonna be fine if you put him on slot 1. He then gets the additional attack and defense plus 120%. Or if you put him on slot 2 or 3, depending on the circumstance, depending on who you're showcasing and things like that, or who you're trying to test out, then you can be able to put him on slot 2, and he can be able to get some pretty good support there. So not too bad either. He's always constantly going to keep that 40%. Like the 40% damage reduction is just permanent. The 20% damage reduction, of course, you do need to run this guy either on crossover or demonic power. Well, depending on, right? You just need to have 1 unit on crossover or demonic power category on the team, right? The game listened to us and it was like, okay, you want to end it? You don't want to be here? Fine, take that. He just immediately slaughtered us there. But in addition to that, he also gets the 20% damage reduction if all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class. So kind of a not to say it's restricted, right? Because we did run him on Goku's team, But let's say, for example, you want to run Super Saiyan 3 Master Rosé, right? It's important to know that all the units in the team are going to be extreme. So you can be able to have the opportunity to not have any like nuances of having like another super class ally to prevent you from getting the damage reduction. So yeah, not that bad. And again, he's supporting the team with his super attack. He's providing extreme class allies 30% defense for the turn, and if depending on where you place him, slot 2 or 3, I mean slot, yes, the second or third attacker in the turn, you're getting the extra 60% attack to extreme class allies, and he himself is getting the 24% chance to performing a critical hit. So again, you don't need to give him crit, just letting everybody know. Albeit though, I don't think you're going to be running this guy as a leader, so I'm not going to be like rummaging around the friends list and seeing like, oh, there's a Dark King DEMIGRA, so we can be able to use him. So yeah, it could be an interesting video, just pairing him up with Lord Slug, just to see how well the demonic power team could be able to do, especially with this guy added into the team, because the only thing that he's restricted on, like in terms of crossover, is like having that extra 20% damage reduction, but he just needs to have another demonic power category ally and you can still solve that section of his passive. So technically speaking, you can run him outside of the Super Dragon Ball Heroes team and be able to just showcase this guy in a good light. Especially like the Dark King Neki Kabura, he is also on demonic power, right? So if you have a good team for Lord Slug, you can be able to run him in there. He is going to be added into the team. You can pair him up as a linking partner, or you can have him as a floater alongside the other units from demonic power from Lord Slug's team setup, and you're going to be sitting pretty basically. So there you go. That's going to be it for the showcase for the boy Dark King DEMIGRA. Really good character. A lot of good damage reduction. Solid unit. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about our boy Dark King DEMIGRA. Hit that like button, subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.